Well, this morning we are learning more about the biggest fundraiser for a nonprofit happening in just 10 days to continue services and support for thousands of sexual assault survivors of all ages and backgrounds. Laurel Redden is here. She's the Communications and Policy Director for the King County Sexual Assault Resource Center. Thanks for being here, Laurel.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks.
Well, Laurel, what are the key services that are able to continue if this particular breakfast is able to raise those funds?
Yeah, we provide services that include a 24-hour response to crisis and information by calling one number. We provide advocacy, medical advocacy, legal advocacy to help survivors through a legal case and heal, recover. We also provide family support, therapy for survivors who need that. And then we also do work in the community, prevention education in schools and in the community to stop sexual violence from happening in the first place.
Yeah, prevention education is so important. Laurel, if folks go out to the Sheraton Grand Seattle on March 18th for the Be Loud breakfast, what can they expect?
They can expect a morning full of inspiration. It is a joyful event. It's called the Be Loud Breakfast because we believe that we can't change what we can't talk about. And so bringing sexual assault and sexual violence out of the shadows and into everyone's common understanding is really the key to ending sexual violence.
I've had a lot of conversations with folks over the years about staying silent about things like this, whether you're an ally or you're a survivor yourself, because it's almost like condoning or being complicit with actions like that. So it's really important for us to use our voices. Just a few months ago, King 5 covered a rally for sexual assault support services due to federal funding cuts. Do you know where things stand at this point in terms of keeping those services funded, and are services in danger of being cut?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a tremendous amount of courage for a survivor to pick up the phone, reach out for help, and we know that immediate response to a survivor is really a key piece of what they need for long-term recovery. We would hate to think that any survivor would reach out for help and be told there's a long wait list, you know, perhaps there's not service in your area. And so it's important to keep those services in place. And the rally we did in December really kicked off a campaign to make the community aware that we were facing a big crisis in funding for services in the community throughout King County, throughout the entire state. And so we're at this point counting on state lawmakers to backfill money so that the network of crime victim services that includes sexual assault, domestic violence, child abuse, all of those providers can be there immediately when a victim of crime, including sexual assault, reaches out for help.
Okay. Well, one of the ways you can contribute funds is by going to the Be Loud breakfast. You can text the word LOUD to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a link with more information about the March 18th breakfast. And while you're there on the website, you can find other ways to donate and other services you could potentially help with as well. Laurel, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Farrah.